Oh, hey, how's it going? Stream is starting. Hopefully, stream is good. Stream better be good. I mean, it took a while to get this shit going. I'm talking about, mate. Yeah. Hey, there we go. That means it's good. How's it going? Hey, wait, hold on. I gotta call a friend to see. You better be coming to my stream, or I'll be coming inside of you. Yeah, you better be coming to my stream. Yeah. Okay. It's streaming time. Yeah, we're doing the first 21 pilots. I can get a drink, actually. I need something to drink before. I should try to keep this one as short as I can. Since it already is 11 p.m. now. For being honest, for being clear. I don't give a fuck. Oh, hey, how's it going? How's it going? What's up? What's up, homie? Alright. What was that? Okay, let's see. Okay, there we go. All chat messages are good to go. Okay, let's yes. Okay, here we go. All right. So this time we're officially doing the self-titled 21 Pilots album on the channel. Came out in 2009. That is 17 years ago. Oh my goodness. So the album is Old Enough to Drive, as well as a senior in high school. That's pretty insane. Well, at the end of the year, anyways. So it'd be a junior in high school, but old enough to drive, to hold a license, and a job, I guess, too. Crazy to think about. It's a really good album, honestly. Great debut. Just, I love how raw the sound is, and how beautifully dark the lyrics are. Honestly, fantastic album. Let's get into it. First track is Implicit Demand for Proof. I love that upright bass. I think that's what that is. I love this part so much. Okay, you can honestly kind of tell it was a little cheaply produced, and I think that just adds to the realness of it. This album is so good. Okay. Is it rain down or like? Okay, let's talk about the first verse. I know you're not a liar, and I know you can set fire this day. Go ahead and make me look away. Okay, Tyler believes that all of God's promises, everlasting life, will be eventually fulfilled. But because of his doubt, he still wants physical proof of his existence, yeah? This is why he's asking God to show himself and to make it rain upon the make it rain fire upon the earth now. Just as the Bible says it will during the final days of 2 Peter 3:10. But the day of the Lord will come like a thief, and then the heavens will pass away with a roar, and the heavenly bodies will be burned and dissolved, and the earth and the works that are done on it will be exposed. Make me look away could be a reference to Genesis 19, where God destroyed the two cities of Sodom and Gomorrah with a rain of fire. When God told Lot to leave with his family, they were told to not look directly at the cities burning, for little did they know they would turn to salt if they peeked. Lot's life learned the hard way. A less literal line analysis of this line is that God is making him look away from any proof, forcing him solely to rely on his faith. Strike me down, I'm calling your lightning down from your dark hiding place. Go ahead and show me your face. Tyler's taunting God, obviously. He's being like really arrogant, kind of, I think. He was 21 years old, of course. Trying to draw him out and make him prove himself. What Tyler doesn't realize is that God isn't hiding. Tyler simply hasn't found him of his own accord. He resorts to blasphemy, asking blasphemy. What the fuck is going on? Asking for his own self-destruction. What Tyler is asking for is comparable to what was described in either Job 36 or 37. Show me your face. Next with the chorus and the previous demands for self-destruction as well. Strike me down. It is quite likely an allusion to Exodus 33:20. But he said, "You cannot see my face, for man shall not see me and live." Ironically, this line defies the meaning of an implicit demand. Show me your face is an explicit or direct demand, whereas an implicit demand would be indirect or only the implication of a demand. And of course, the chorus rain down and destroy me. Tyler taunts God, vying for his attention and acknowledgement by saying, "Go ahead, destroy me, then at least I'll know you're real." Recognizing that God does not owe him an answer as seen in Job 38, he may also be asking God to destroy him as an atonement for all of his doubting. Jesus, okay. The word rain in these lines could have a double meaning, acting as a homophone for rain. Gods are usually seen as having control of the weather in the sky, bringing bad weather to punish people for things such as blasphemy. God is also known as the King of Kings. I thought that was Jesus. Well, I don't know. It gets kind of confusing sometimes. And Tyler is asking God to actually rain down by doing something that only a god or a king could do to prove their existence. This could also be a nod to Radiohead's 1997 song for Paranoid Android, where it says, rain down, come on, rain down on me from a great height. From a great height. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I do believe that Radiohead is an influence of theirs. Okay, let's get back to it. Okay, we're gonna analyze this verse. I mean, no disrespect. I'm simply very perplexed by her ways. Sometimes following blindly in the words and ways of your superiors can be confusing and lead you to question their motives, not out of malice, but out of genuine curiosity. Nobody likes to be left in the dark. More specifically, Tyler strives to understand God himself more thoroughly. This is seen more blatantly in Tyler's song's Blasphemy from his 2008 solo project, No Fun Intended, but listen to that album. He seems to possess some resentment towards God in this line, as many do after suffering some sort of trauma. Yeah, I was kind of that way for a while myself. Yeah, I don't want to talk too much about it. He questions his methods, which is not acceptable behavior according to some Christian churches, but is common in those who feel hopeless. And why would you let us use your name? As many worshippers have expressed, Tyler is curious as to why God would create humans with the ability to sin. In biblical times, the true name of God was considered much too holy to be spoken aloud. This may also allude to the famous passage in the book of Exodus, in which speaking the Lord's name in vain is made to be a crime. Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord of God in vain. It's appropriate to note here that Tyler never directly says God in his songs, save for a car tortured death, even though many clearly contain religious allusions. As this article suggests, it almost seems as if this is done to draw people in, then let them figure it out for themselves. I like that. Rain down and throwing me and destroy me. Oh my god. 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 That's one hell of a way to start an album on it. This is perfect. Perfect beginning. 10 out of 10. Next track is Fall Away.
I don't wanna fall away. I don't wanna fall away. I'll keep the lights
I love how
on and
amateur he really
display.
does sound here.
'Cause I don't wanna fall away. I don't wanna fall away. I don't wanna fall away. I'll keep the lights on in this place. Disguise and I will lie and I will take my precious time as our days melt away as I stand in line and I die as I wait on my crime and I'll try to delay what you make of my life, but I don't want your way, I want mine. I'm dying and I'm trying, but believe me I'm fine, but I'm lying. I'm so very far from fine and I can feel the pull begin. I feel my conscience wearing thin and my skin, it will start to break up and fall apart. Keep the lights on in this place. Every time my selfish ambition is taking my vision, my
Okay. Chorus. I don't want to fall away. The book of Hebrews asserts the impossibility for one who has seen the light of God to repent for their sins, but it would imply a negation of God and all he stands for. The term fall away is also used in Matthew 26:31, when Christ proclaims, the very night you will all fall away on account of me, for it is written, I will strike the shepherd and the sheep of the flock will be scattered. Given Tyler's religious roots, one can assume that fall away is a reference to the above verses. He seems to be evaluating the importance of following God as we see in the lyrics. I don't want your way, I want fucking hell. I want mine. He doesn't want to fall away from God because Tyler believes there's no going back. Alternately, falling away could represent succumbing to depression or suicidal tendencies. Tyler doesn't want to fall away from a stable mental state, so he literally keeps the lights on at night, as that's the time he struggles with. The chorus, I won't fall in love with falling in air catcher, echoes this line, suggesting that Tyler is focusing on trying to avoid depression or negativity. Yeah, I don't really want to. You know, I just want to listen to this one. I know if I'm dying living because. But my name is lame. I can't walk and I ain't the same, and my name became new destiny to the grave. And I can feel the pull begin. Feel my conscience wearing thin, and my skin, it will start to break up and fall apart. I don't want to fall away. Hell yeah. Fall away. Big. What did you say your name was? Hold on. You know what? I'm sorry. You know what? It's I hate to interrupt what's going on, but hold on.
Yeah. Hail Caesar! Hail! Only one survivor, sir. Ah! Throw him to the floor. What's it? Throw him to the floor. Oh! Now, what is your name, Jew? Brian, sir. Brian? No, Brian. The little rascal has spirit.
Has what, sir?
Spirit?
Yes,
Yes,
he
he
did.
did, sir.
No, spirit.
Spirit, sir.
Or bravado.
Touch
Of daring do.
Oh,
About 11s.
Sir, you dare to wade us? To what, sir?
Fly, Centurion, very waffly.
Oh, and, where's the floor, sir? What?
God damn it. They love their job.
Throw him to the floor again, sir? Oh, yes, throw him to the floor, please. Now, Jewish rapscallion. I'm
Not Jewish, I'm a Roman.
A woman?
A woman?
No, Roman.
Fuck. Yeah, the thing about this is they can't even understand him either, but they're gonna slap him anyways, you know?
Oh, your
The father was a woman.
Who was he? He was a centurion in the Jerusalem garrison. Really? What was his name? Nautius Maximus. Centurion, do you have anyone of that name in the garrison? Well, no, sir. Well, you sound very sure. Have you checked? Well, no, sir. I need to check.
Yeah.
Like, Sirius Sodus or Biggest. What's
Funny about Biggest Dickus.
Well, it's a joke name, sir. I have
A very great friend in Rome called Biggest Dickus. Simon, what is all this insolence?
You will find yourself in gladiator school very quickly.
What behavior like that?
Can I go now, sir? Wait, your biggest sticker. Wait!
Take him away.
Oh, sir. No, I will be fighting rabid wild animals within a week. Yes, sir. Follow you. I will not have my friends
Ridiculed by common soldiery.
Anybody else feel like a
Little giggle when I mention my friend Biggest Dickus.
What about you?
Do you find it visible when I say the name Biggest Dickus? He has a wife, you know.
You know what she's
called?
She's
called Incontinentia. Incontinentia buttocks.
What's it all this? I've had enough of this rowdy, rebel, sniggering behavior. Silence! Quiet, I'm calling guard.
Fuck yeah. Alright, let's get back to non-Biggest Dickus related activities. Biggest Dickus. Yeah, fall away, 10 out of 10. The next track is the Pantaloon.
Your grandpa died when you were 9.
They said he had lost his mind.
You have learned way too soon. You should never trust the Pantaloon.
The one is so fucking whimsical too. They probably paid in parking lots back in the day. No, wait. They literally played at God, the they literally played a gig in an Apple store in 2011. It's pretty awesome, honestly. I think I think they played 3 songs. I don't remember if this was one of them, but yeah, they played at the Apple store, like the Apple phone store.
It's
Your turn to be alone.
Find a wife and build yourself a home. You have learned way too soon that your dad is now the Pantaloon. You are tired. You are mopping through your favorite shirt.
So whimsy. Okay, yeah. 23 Pilots is the evil, fucked up version of 21 Pilots. Oh, that would be their skilled and icy touring band in 2021 when they had like several extra members helping them out on tour. So it'd be like 26 pilots, I think, because there's 4 extra people on stage. So if you wanted it to be literal, there you go. That's the evil, fucked up version of 21 Pilots. So your grandpa died when you were 9. They said he had lost his mind. The grandfather died when the protagonist was only 9 years old. Yep. This taught the kid at an early age not to become overly attached to people who are on their deathbed because of how he was hurt. Okay. Also notice that the narrator is told about his grandfather losing his mind. Given the generational cycle the song portrays, this foreshadows the narrator's impending descent into senility. Okay. You know, my mom has lupus, so I hope it's not like genetic or something. I'd I'd hate that. Fuck. Should I drink the strawberry sake or plum? Do you mean plum sake next, or make a blueberry vodka lemonade? Blueberry vodka lemonade. But also, I've got bottled strawberry soda. So blahberry, blahajberry, blahaj. So I mean, strawberry is pretty good. I think I'm not gonna have it because I only got 3 of these when I was at the store. So we'll have them another time. But one of these I will happily have. This is Zevia. It's a new kind of soda, I think. Zero sugar and all that stuff. It's very good stuff. It's blue. It's blue. It's blue cola. It's the evil fucked up version of Coca-Cola. It's blue. Hopefully it's actually blue though. What the fuck is this? This isn't blue. This isn't. Does this look blue to you? That's not. That's not blue. Hey, how's it going? Who? Very good. Hello, new viewer. It's not blue, but it's good. It's good. Try Zevia. It's pretty good. Hi, new person. Reminder: this channel ends in about 6 months. This really is it. Lots of reasons. Lots of reasons. 10th anniversary is coming up, and then for about 6 months after that, I'm gonna upload or try to. You listen, look. I've been pushing the stream, putting out the stream so much. Like, I just was not feeling it. I was supposed to do this Monday, and then I was supposed to do it Tuesday, or because I told myself I was going to do it Tuesday, and then I didn't. And the only reason I'm doing this now and not tomorrow night is because I want to tune in to Johnny Health's stream that he does weekly when Health isn't touring. That is. It's hard enough to do this weekly as it is. I also need to find a job too. I have a video for like why I'm ending the channel. Shit. Go watch that. It's very short, and then come back here. It's 4 minutes long. I mean, maybe. I have several albums that I want to do. Do I know you? Okay, fine. I'll do Halo 2. Oh, wait. What if I reacted to the Matrix score? But yeah, I'm kind of booked for July. Like, I've already got stuff I wanted for June. No, I know you. I'm talking about this other person. Let's get back to the Pantaloon.
He seemed to
Many stereotypes between the sun and the moon, and in the morning air, how you still saw all the people walking through the fairgrounds, spinning around, swinging, chinny, meaning the other chair now. Because chair now is like a tiny island in the sea of all the people. The God of further Fergus made from people. The end can come soon enough, but it's too soon. Either way, he can't deny he's the Pantaloon. You are tired. You are hurt. Halfway through. Hey, Gravemind, I'm planning to do 2 Gary Newman albums before the channel ends, and I was thinking about which ones I should do. Because I've kind of heard all of modern Gary Newman. There's not much of him I haven't heard. So I was thinking of doing a modern Gary album and an older one, but I've kind of heard, like, pretty much everything that Gary has to offer from the 2010s and the very early 80s. Oh, I've also heard Sacrifice as well. But I don't know. Could I do Pleasure Principle? I mean, it is the classic, and maybe Intruder. But I've heard both of those, like, so, especially Intruder, so many goddamn times. But I don't know. There's just not a lot I haven't heard yet. I think it's like the mid '80s to like 1 or 2 albums from the '90s, and Jagged from 2006. But besides that, I have heard everything at least one time. I haven't heard the album New Anger or Metal Rhythm or whatever it's called that came out in 1988. So I was thinking I might do that one, but I was also thinking I was going to do Savage as well. But I don't know. You know if it's good, it's very, very good. So like fertilize the ground you walk, lose your mind. You like to sleep alone. It's colder than you know, 'cause your skin is so used to colder bones.
It's warmer in the morning than what it is at night. Your bones are held together by your nightmares and your frights. You are tired.
You are hurt.
A mothing through
Okay.
your favorite shirts. And all your friends, they fertilize the ground you walk. So lose your mind. You are tired. You are hurt. A mothing through your favorite shirts. And all your friends, they fertilize the ground you walk.
Lose your
Mind.
yeah. Obviously, yeah. That's a great fucking song. I've got to be done. Like, I've got to be done at some point. Like with this album, I have to get up early in the morning. 'Cause geez, oh god, oh man, I should do at least like one more David Bowie album, but I don't know. I've done both the albums Earthling and Black Star before on the channel. Um, Maybe if I do David Bowie, I might want to do something earlier because I want to at least showcase something like that. So I'm probably not going to do Heathen if I end up doing something David Bowie in this final season. God, I don't know. I didn't think before to do David Bowie, but at least Hi. You get a little kiss, Maxine. Okay. You get a little kiss. Okay. Okay. Maybe, but there's just I'm doing these weekly, and I kind of already have May and June booked for the time being. So yeah, I probably wouldn't get to it because like when I do these weekly, it's like there's gonna be like four. Huh? Oh, for June? Well, next week, next Friday, I'm reacting to the new Devin Townsend album. He was in a band called Trapping Young Lad before doing Devin Townsend, and he also had the Devin Townsend band for a while and the Devin Townsend project. I don't know. Yeah, it's whole thing, which is the album The Moth. So that's gonna be next Friday, and then June I was gonna do Gary Newman Savage, but I might do Jagged instead now. And then I'm doing the Muse album Drones. Oh, that's June 8th, and then Muse Drones is June 15th, and then the new Muse album The Wow Signal June 26th, and Tyler the Creator's Igor on June 29th. And I think what I decided on for July is Mad Spy Placebo, the final Skinny album, the final Skinny Puppy album Weapon, um Joe Newman of the band Alt J, his solo album, because it's been a while since Alt J has done anything, so they're kind of on a bit of hiatus. They're an indie band from the 2010s. J Jerome 87, The Canyon, Health Conflict DLC. Oh, that's gonna be on Monday, July 20th. Um, I think the album came out Friday. Comes out. I don't wait. Have I? And then at the end of the month, the newest Health album, Conflict DLC, and the Addendum EP. And that'll be on the Hueves, a Thursday. I might move some of these around actually to make room for what the people want. But yeah. Oh shit! It is almost Hueves, so at 12 a.m. let's all say Feliz Hueves. Okay. Should I set a timer for? I should. I should. So that's going to be coming up. Anyways, I want to get back into this because I had to get up early in the morning to go look for jobs with my lovely possible partner. I mean, we're kind of lovers. It's kind of complicated, but it's a whole thing. So maybe. But I like her a lot. Honestly, I love her. All right. Oh, I didn't know that we had to finish. I want to get through this so badly. Holy shit! I want to try to get to bed at least by 1:30 p.m. I'm planning to get up at 6:30 a.m. because because she has an appointment at like 11 a.m. I think, and the place we're going to opens at 8 a.m. So I have to get ready. Yeah. The Pantaloon 10 out of 10. I think it's been so long I kind of forgot what we were doing. Next track is Addict with a Pen. Oh, God.
Hello, we haven't talked in quite some time. I know I haven't been the best of sons. Though I've been traveling in the deserts of my mind, and I haven't found a drop.
Ooh. I'm probably going to do Joy Division as well.
Of life, I haven't found a drop of you. I haven't found a drop. I haven't found a drop of water.
Okay. I'm going to talk about the verse. Or the chorus, I guess. I don't know. Oh, it is the chorus. Hello, we haven't talked in quite some time. As the narrator searches for the meaning of life, he has neglected his religion. He is now realizing that the answers lie in God, and so he reaches out to him. I know I haven't been the best of sons. The Christian God is commonly referred to as the Heavenly Father, making the narrator a son of God as seen in New Testament scripture 2 Corinthians 6:18. And I will be a father to you, and you shall be sons and daughters to me, says the Lord Almighty. The famous parable of the prodigal son out of Luke 15:11 to 32 also highlights this relationship, with Tyler alludes to it as he confesses his guilt to God, as straying from and possibly even running from him. Yeah, I mean, I think we've all been there. And hello, I've been traveling in the deserts of my mind. I haven't found a drop of life. Haven't found a drop of water. The narrator likens his mind to the famed desert in which the Israelites wandered for 40 years. Boo. Boo, Israel. I don't know. I think it was different back then. For 40 years, as written in the book of Joshua. During that time, they became doubtful of God, attempting to replace him with false idols. Oh, yeah, I remember this one. I remember this story in the Bible. Look, I'm just going to say it. As someone who does believe in God, I do not think every single story in the Bible is literal. I do not think everything literally happened in the Bible. I think that a good chunk of it was presented as metaphors for something else, rather than just literally being documented events. I think some of it definitely you can chalk up to metaphorical rather than literal. I don't know. I do not think Jonah was literally swallowed by a big fish. I think that's a metaphor. I don't know. Okay, well that's not impossible to be swallowed by a big fish. Because I mean, but it doesn't specify what kind of big fish, so we don't actually know. Anyways, water is represented here in both the literal and the figurative. While one is traveling through the desert, water becomes a definite priority. The narrator is looking for water inside his mind, suggesting that he's reaching the end, searching for his faith. In the book of Isaiah, God declares, I will make rivers flow on barren heights and springs within the valleys. I will turn the desert into pools of water, and the parched ground into springs. Oh, hell yeah. Water is often mentioned numerous times in the Bible and used as a metaphor. Yep, it can refer to a spiritual cleansing. That's the whole baptism thing that comes with salvation, as well as God's word itself. Tyler is telling God that he's been searching elsewhere for some kind of purpose, but keeps coming up empty-handed. The Bible says that there's no satisfaction outside of life in Jesus Christ, and Tyler acknowledges this. Jeremiah 2:13 talked about the Israelites building cisterns that can hold no living water, which points back to our own lives not being able to satisfy us. Yeah. Yes, exactly. This verse might be one that Tyler had in mind when writing the song.
I try desperately to run through the sand as I hold the water in the palm.
This verse is fucking epic.
Because it's all that I have and it's all that I need.
Yes, I think so. Mean nothing to me.
But I try my best and all that I can to hold tightly onto what's left in my hand. But no matter how tightly I will strain, the sand will slow me down and the water will drain.
I'm just being dramatic. In fact, I'm only at it again. I'm Addict With A Pen who is addicted to the wind as it pulls me back and forth. Finally, spineless and pretend.
Of course I'll be here again. See you tomorrow, but it's the end of today. End of my ways as a walking denial. My trial was filed as a crazy suicidal head case. But you specialize in dying. You hear me screaming, Father, and I'm lying here just crying. So wash me with your water.
After we get through the 7th song, would you like to hear about some of the other albums that I do have kind of scattered or planned for the rest of the year? I want to get halfway through this album before I start discussing something like that. I will let you know when I get to track 7, Johnny Boy, after that. Hello, I haven't talked in quite some time. I know I haven't been the best.
I'm starting so low, I've been traveling in the deserts of my mind, and I haven't found a drop of life.
I really wish they would bring back some of these songs live, honestly. I get why they don't, but I still wish they did. I was so lucky I got to hear Taxi Cab live when I saw them in 2018. I think that was like one of the last times they performed something that was on the self-titled album. Oh wait, no. They always do the medley of older tracks. So there's that too. But like I think that was like one of the last times I heard a song off of their older material performed in full. That's awesome. You guys want a beef stick? almost gone if you guys want some. Oh. Great, powerful track. 10 out of 10. I want to get through this album. Oh, man. Oh, God, this one. Friend Pleaser is oh, man, this song. This song reminds me a lot of Muse, by the way. And they are... 21 Pilots is known to be influenced by Muse. Tyler has even met Matt Bellamy, so I think that's really cool. Definitely Origin of Symmetry vibes. See, like you hear the arpeggios, that's definitely like a Muse kind of trope. I'm sorry, by the way, I ate it all, by the way. Oh man, I love those background harmonies. To you all day. Oh. Oh wait. Oh. Oh shit. Oh shit, guys. It's time. All right. Feliz Jueves. Look at that. 1 hour into. Exactly 1 hour. Feliz Jueves, motherfuckers. John, if you're watching this, I want to suck your cock. No, God. No, don't clip that. Don't clip that. John texts his social media way too much, okay? Real. Yeah. I know you want to leave, but friend, please don't take your life. Yeah, the most basic message of the song is don't kill yourself. There's always another way. Yeah, it's literally about, I don't know if it's about a personal friend, but or maybe even it's likely about a friend of his, but also could definitely be about himself. It's about someone who's kind of on the edge. And he's pleading with them to not take that final step. God, 11 out of 10. This song is beautiful. Next track is March to the Sea. I love this one too. Well, I love all these songs, of course, but I guess I think the song is kind of underrated. I would kill to hear it live.
There's miles of land in front of us, and we're dying with every step we take. We're dying with every breath we make, and all fall in line.
A stranger's back is all I see. He's only a few feet in front of me,
and I'll look left and right sometimes, but I'll fall in line. No one looks up anymore, 'cause you might get a raindrop in your eye, and heaven forbid they see you cry as we fall in line. And about this time of every year, the line will go to the ocean pier and
walk right off into the sea. Then we fall asleep. I kind of miss when they used more electronic drums. I gotta say, this album is still pretty decently produced for like 3 kids at the time, and that were probably like literally recording in a basement.
as we near
The end of land.
and our ocean graves are just beyond the sand, I ask myself the question why. I fall in line, then out of the corner of my eye, I see a spaceship in the sky and hear a voice
Inside my head.
follow me instead.
Follow me instead.
Follow me.
down the sand.
My eyes are focused on the end of land. But again, the voice inside my head says, follow me instead. Follow me instead. Follow me.
Just to let everyone know, if when I get a job, hopefully when, stream schedule will probably change depending on like what days off I get. I don't know, something like that. Well, I'll probably get a part-time job ideally. I have no insurance right now.
Take me up, seal the door. I don't wanna march here anymore. I realize that this line is dead, so I'll follow you instead. So then you put me back in my place, so I might start another day. And once again, I will be in a march to the sea.
Okay, so song is a lot. Oh, I'm just going to read the summary. The message of March to the Sea highlights mankind's affinity to blindly follow one another, with the simple comfort of conformity taking center stage. Humanity is portrayed as weary travelers, tired of trying to find anything new or unique or for fear that it will make them see the truth, leading to despair and opening themselves to vulnerability. Both the title of the song and theme are partially inspired by Sherman's March to the Sea, a famed event occurring during the U.S. Civil War that resulted in William Sherman taking control of Savannah, Georgia. Alternatively, the song could also be viewed as a protagonist believing someone whose soul is weary, being someone whose soul is weary, and they have resolved to just give up, march to the sea, aka death, with the line of others and leave this world. However, when the protagonist gets close to ending their life, someone, likely God, portrayed as a spaceship, comes in and tells them, "Don't do this. Follow me, and I will help you." The repetition of "follow me" said at the end emphasizes the feelings of desperation when a friend is close to suicide and you don't know how to help them. All right, yeah, a lot of mental health type shit. I do also want to specifically talk about the fourth verse. Take me up, seal the door. When Tyler states this, he's referring to the spaceship closing the hatch. This represents the final choice of leading away from the formality and orthodoxy of the line, otherwise known as society. He's afraid of being pulled back into the margin and losing his faith again, so by isolating him, he can't be influenced to not believe. Jesus. I don't want to much here anymore. I realize that this line is dead, so I'll follow you instead. Tyler is now acknowledging that simply falling in line with the others will never make him happy. The world is full of sin and destruction, and he knows that following the person in front of him will lead him straight to his death. This observation is similar to that made in Addict With A Pen, which appears on the same album as March to the Sea. This is... Oh, okay. Right. I guess not everyone knows. I don't know. I don't think that the 21 Pilots fan aware of the songs on self-titled. Tyler is fully aware of the dangerous life and its temptations hold. Tyler has been hearing God's voice in his mind, follow me instead, and now knows that the line he's marching in, this life as a whole, has no appeal for him. His security is in the only one who can save him, and he no longer has any interest in worldly temptations. So then you put me back in my place. The spaceship representing God is taking him back to his home, which is a metaphor for him going back to the way he was and no longer conforming. God makes him a new creation and basically gives him a restarting of his life. And once again, I will be in a march to the sea. Once you start to recognize the nature of reality and begin to hear the voice that follow me instead, you are taken up and the door is sealed. For some reason, we have this grandiose idea of being whisked away by angels to some heavenly place. Remember that this is a common belief, and the song is about us all about questioning the status quo. There's the famous Taoist saying that goes something like this: before enlightenment, chop wood and collect water. After enlightenment, chop wood and collect water. I like that. In this verse, he's saying that his place is starting another day in a march to the sea. In a march to the sea, he's already in his place where he should be. Another interpretation is after your current march to the sea, you'll be reincarnated into another march to the sea. So enjoy your march and march to the beat of your own drum. I like that interpretation. Yeah. 11 out of 10. Next track is Johnny Boy, which was written about the '08 crisis, I'm pretty sure. It came out in 2009. I'm pretty sure it was written in 2008, though. Johnny Boy. How's everyone doing? Oh.
He stays home from work this time. He never really told his wife. He never really told a lie.
But this time he decides that it's alright.
It's alright. No one really knows his mind, and no one knows behind his eyes. The man deserves a medal, but he's never really won a prize before. He goes to lock the door. He's falling in love. He knows he's in love. The world lets down and get out, Johnny boy. Get out, Johnny boy. Get out, 'cause the world is not lying on the ground. You're not right into it. I'm not right on joy. Get out, Johnny boy, 'cause we all need you now. We all need Someone said where you going, someone said to you goodbye. They deflect the disrespect when they say that they blame it on the times. Blame it on the time. We all know you're qualified to fix a chair or help your wife. They all know you're qualified, but they lie when they blame it on the times. Oh, we blame it on the times.
Now. Damn, this part is. Y'all still here? Hi.
Get up, Johnny boy. Get up, Johnny boy. Get up, cause the world has left you lying on the ground. You're my pride and joy. You're my pride and joy.
Oh.
Get up, Johnny boy, because we all need you now. Get up.
Oh my goodness. Hello. I am staring respectfully. Hey, they don't know, but we do, okay? They don't know what's going on, but we know what's going on. It's quite evil, isn't it? Okay, yeah.
Johnny boy, get up, Johnny boy. Get up, cause the world has left you lying
On the ground, be your pride and joy. You're my pride and joy. Get up, Johnny boy, cause we all need you now. Okay, so I think this song is about the 2008 economic crisis. Or, well, as described in a 2020 interview with Tyler Joseph's father, Tyler wrote Johnny Boy to honor and encourage his father after he had been fired from his job. He uses Johnny Boy, a General John Doe title, to discuss the general unimportance and societal disapproval that anyone can experience, especially financially. Societal disapproval that anyone can experience, especially financially, like Chris Joseph, his father, did around the Greatest Recession when the song was written. Yeah, I still don't know that much about the 2008 Great Recession economic crisis, honestly, but good song. Awesome. And I also want to talk about the bridge section. I will carry all your names and I will carry all your shame. Tyler is offering up himself up as a sacrifice in order to re-engage all the basic individuals who are creatively immobilized by society. I hear that quite a lot. Tyler is almost describing himself as a metaphorical sponge, which will soak in all of the identity issues and shame that people, all in a selfless effort to get them jump started into a creative lifestyle. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm not going to read all the genius annotations. There's 14 of them. Anyways, now that we're at the halfway point of the album, I would like to discuss some of the stuff that I have planned for the next couple of months of what to react to. I'm not sure if this is set in stone quite yet, but we did talk about um the rest of May and July, maybe for August, but I don't know quite yet. This is kind of just a placeholder. I don't know if I'm gonna change these or not. Um, for well, well, for August, I don't have anything like I don't have dates planned yet, but possibly for August. We're gonna do Fentanyl, Man Bites Dog. I think this might be their first ever full length album. They've been around for like 7 years, I think, but I think this is their first full length album. And we're gonna do, and then there's the first Health album, the self-titled album in 2007, and then their EP Dimensions in Noise 2009, both in one stream. Gary Newman, New Anger or Metal Rhythm. It has two different names because it was released under two different names in the UK and the US. And then Health Rat Wars. September, the Nine Inch Nails EP trilogy, Not the Actual Events, Add Violence, and Bad Witch. And 21 Pilots' latest studio album, Breach. In October, so far, I have Joy Division's final album, Closer, which was released 2 months after Ian left the world, and Nine Inch Nails' Year Zero. In November, for now, I have The Cure's Kiss Me, Kiss Me, Kiss Me, which was released in 1987. In December, one of the final episodes will be Nine Inch Nails' The Fragile, which is a very long album, so it's going to be a very long stream. And my fourth studio album, which I am currently working on, don't know when it's coming out yet. Aaron Sisko's well, this is a long fucking title. The disintegrating hijack of the mind of one Aaron Sisko that is said they were not long for this world, but rather blackness and sewage. That's gonna be the show's finale. I think that's a good note to end off with reviewing one of my own albums on a live stream. So yeah. But there's plenty of spots that I have unchecked. And I might move some of these around. I'm not sure yet. August might stay the same. I'm not sure. But currently, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh God, 9 spots left. I've planned this. Wait, did I count that right? Yeah. 1, 2. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. I'm still waiting out for new album releases throughout the year. That might be interesting. But yeah, Johnny Boy is definitely a 9 out of 10 track. Yeah, I like it a lot. Next track is one of my favorites on the entire album. Wait, no, not yet. Next track is Oh Misbeliever. This one has like a lot of winter Christmas vibes. I don't know why.
Oh, misbeliever, my pretty sleeper, your twisted mind.
It's like snow on the road.
Your shaking shoulders prove that it's colder inside your head than the winter of death. I will tell you I love you, but the muffs on your ears will cater your fears.
My nose and feet are running as we start.
Traveling through snow, together we go.
Hey Maxine, I sent you a little something. Does estrogen actually make your tits larger? Because mine feel a lot more sensitive right now. Like, it hurts to just touch them. I'm wondering, like, I don't know if they're getting larger either, but maybe that'd be kind of cool. I can't tell if they're getting larger or I'm still just a fat fuck.
Pretty weak, your twisted thoughts are like snow.
Wait,
On the roof.
since I technically have tits now, would that get this live stream banned if I flashed everyone? I don't know. I've never really taken my shirt off in a YouTube video. I don't think. Like, does that if the world sees me as a man and it's not flashing, right? Think about that for a moment. If the world thinks that we're men and sees us as men, it's not flashing. Society still deems we're men, so therefore we can show our bare chest in public, right? I'm just saying, like, if we're playing by their rules, therefore it's not flashing. Hello, Kablanker. You know, how's it going? It's been a while since I've seen you on here. Yeah, how's it going? You got like a solo project that you might be doing, or was Glass Diaper a solo project in of itself already? Oh, damn, okay. Well, I'll be streaming next week on Friday, by the way. Probably. Oh, by the way, I'm trans. I'm trans and I've started estrogen, just so you know. So, I go by she they pronouns. Just so you know. I don't know if I told you yet, but yeah. Oh, nice, cool. Thank you. It's it's pretty cool. My next shot is, well, since it's 12:30 on a Thursday, yeah, tomorrow around the same time, my next estrogen shot. All right. Take my hand, we're in a foreign land as we travel through snow. Together we go. Maxine, I want to meet you so badly. I really like to meet you. Earth? How does it feel to get clicked? Who's a good puppy? Who's a good puppy? I can't really hide behind the microphone. Hold on. Oh, sorry. Who's my good puppy? Oh, wait, no, she's at home right now, unfortunately. Oh, okay. Oh! Who's my good kitty then? Oh, yeah, 10 out of 10, by the way. I know we're getting a little off track, but we're pulling. God, oh, man. 94 minutes in. We've only gotten through 8 songs. There's 6 tracks left on the album. Oh, oh. I love being a trans woman. No. All right. Oh my god. Oh my god. Next. Oh, everyone shut up. Next songs are my favorite too. And the next one is Air Catcher. Fuck, I love this song so much.
I don't fall slow like I used to. I fall straight down. You've stolen my air catcher that kept me safe and sound. My parachutes will guide me safely to ground. But now the cord's not working. I see you staring me down.
Okay. I want to digest digest this one specifically. Is that the word? No, it's not digest. It's not discuss either. That's not the word I'm looking for. Kind of sounds like those. fuck. It's like it's a synonym for take apart or something like that, but it starts with a D. Fuck, why can't I think of it? I'll just. Mm, dissect. That's it. I would like to dissect the lyrics of the song specifically. I don't fall slow like I used to. I fall straight down. Thematically, the song seems to make a metaphor through playing with the term falling in love. The narrator wanted to take things slow with a relationship, hence fall lightly with a parachute, but he became infatuated with his love interest, prompting him to plummet quickly into love. You have stolen my air catcher that kept me safe and sound. Tyler's air catcher represents self-control. His lover has seduced him, perhaps unintentionally, to the point where he can't help but to fall in love with them. This thematically matches Can't Help But Falling in Love, an iconic 1961 hit by the pedophile Elvis Presley. It didn't say that, but I felt the need to add it. Was discovered by the band in the late summer of 2012 and released on YouTube. As the chorus goes, Tyler presents himself in a helpless situation of inevitably falling in love. Take my hand, take my whole life too, because I can't help falling in love with you. He knows he's falling fast, but despite how much he tries to slow down or pull the cord of his parachute, he can't help but be overwhelmed by their beauty. All right. Okay, yeah, verse 2. Verse 2. I think you would beat the moon in a pretty contest. While the moon may be described as beautiful, it dwells in the night, which, judging by songs such as Ode to Sleep, is not a good time for Tyler. He is, in fact, terrified of the night. This very well may imply that this person is bad for Tyler, first explaining why he doesn't want to fall for them too fast, if at all. And the moon just happened to be the very first thing that I missed. The moon is one of the very few things that helps Tyler through the night when his thoughts and inner demons haunt him as described in Ode to Sleep. This is likely due to the moon's reflective property. Tyler views the sun in the morning as a representation of all things good, and the moon reflects that good and represents a reason to keep going. As Tyler falls in love and begins to share himself, he misses the good parts of being alone with his own thoughts at night. I was doing fine on my own, and then there wasn't much I lacked. He was content before the person showed up, living life, not realizing anything was missing. You can't want something you never knew existed. You can't miss something you never knew. But you've shown my air catcher, and I don't know if I want it back. While it was initially frightening, he now feels exhilaration. He's actually contradicted what he promises in the chorus. I won't fall in love with falling. He's fallen head over here for this person failed to avoid those eyes. So basically, he doesn't want to fall in love, and but he, in the second verse, he seems to contradict before his fear of falling in love, now welcoming it, but now he's saying here he's not sure he wants to give that person tools to destroy his heart, contradicting himself even more. Basically, he doesn't want to let them in, like give too much information about the good and the bad and even good parts of his life, because he fears resentment or that they might use it against him. Yeah. And I just won't say. Here's a cheese it, by the way. You know what else is yummy?
But now I'm here to give you words and tools that can
Destroy my heart. God, oh man, that's fantastic right there. 10 out of 10. One of my favorite songs on this entire album and in their entire discography. It's perfect. Next track is Trapdoor. This one's dark. I love how in Pocket the original drummer is on the album. Aww. Alright. Everyone gather around for a show.
Watch as this man disappears as we know. Do me a favor and try to ignore as you watch him fall through a blazing He thinks that fate might be dead. Nothing kills a man faster than his own head. He used to see his dreams at night, but now he's just watching the backs of his eyes. He pretends he's okay, but you should see. Watch as this man disappears as we know. Do me a favor and try to ignore as you watch him fall through a bleeding
Oh my god. Da, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah.
Everyone gather around for a show. Watch as this
Man disappears, we know.
Do me a favor and try to ignore when you watch him fall through a bleeding trapdoor. 'Cause nobody knows his life.
Again, one of the best things they've ever written. Yeah. Trapdoor illustrates the loneliness of a protagonist as he fights with an intense depression which slowly eats away at his sanity. The trapdoor of the song is named after refers to that found on the gallows where people were executed by hanging. It is a hyperbolic metaphor used to illustrate just how dire the situation is. As he is metaphorically dying, he continues to pretend he's okay. I also want to analyze the line, "Take me out and finish this waste of a life." He feels that he doesn't have anything good to offer the world and therefore doesn't deserve to go on living. Notice the way that is worded. It seems as if he is comparing himself to an animal being injured, beyond recovery, or no longer able to perform the function he was bred for, like a racehorse. It's pretty clear that he's asking someone or something to take him out of his misery. It's also worth mentioning that this is the only line in the song that breaks out of a third-person narration, moves into a first-person narration. As studies have shown, dissociative disorders and depression go hand in hand. Not necessarily with mine, but yeah. Nothing that I've noticed. I don't think I have dissociative identity disorder. It might come later in life. I hope not. Yeah, 11 out of 10 tracks. This one is amazing. Next track is A Car Tortured Death.
The air begins to feel a little thin as I start the car, and then I begin to add the miles piled up behind me. I barely feel a smile deep inside me, and I begin to envy the headlights driving south. I want to crack the door so I can just fall out. But then I remember when you packed my car, you reached in the back and buckled up your heart for me to drive
away with.
I began to understand. Die.
He had planned.
And then I said, I'll take the blame. Please just send them all my way. And I felt chills in my bones. The breath I saw was not my own. I knew my skin, they wrapped my frame. Was it made to play this game? And then I saw him, torch in hand. He laid it out, what he had planned. And then I said, I'll take the grave. Please just send them all my way. I began to understand why God died. The air begins to feel a little thin as we're waiting for the morning to begin. But for now, you told me to hold this jar. And when I looked inside, I saw it held your heart for me to walk away with. I began to understand why God died.
God, I love this one. Yeah. Kind of interesting that the chorus was only done one continuous time. This is the 11th track on 21 Pilots' first and self-titled album. It's not uncommon for their lyrics to speak of depression and suicidal thoughts, so many listeners conclude that this track also deals with those themes. However, a closer look at the lyrics show that these words may be said from the perspective of Jesus himself during his time of prayer and contemplation in Gethsemane, prior to his arrest and crucifixion. They also depict Tyler coming to realize why Jesus died for the sins of humanity. Oh, I thought that was a nihilistic kind of take on. I began to understand why God died. Okay, yeah. Oh, okay. I thought it was like a sad kind of God is dead kind of thing. In Christian teachings, Jesus died for the sins of humanity, which basically meant he died for love. John 3:16 states, "For God so loved the world that he gave his one and only begotten Son, that whoever so believes in him should not perish but have eternal life." This is the feeling that Tyler is beginning to understand: love for the person who gave them their heart, and he begins to feel the same way for the person in the following verses. Another interpretation of this line could be that Tyler finally understands what is going on in the minds of those driving south. The phrase "God is dead" was used by Friedrich Nietzsche. I don't know, to declare reason's triumph over religion, and thus spoke Zarathustra, and has been popularized since. Tyler understands why people lose faith in God and feel as though he doesn't exist. Okay, then I was right. And yeah, I'll talk about the third verse too. The air begins to feel a little thin as we're waiting a little thin. Generally, one has trouble breathing and experiences thin air due to lack of oxygen. For example, when one starts a gas-powered car, carbon monoxide leaks and creates a relative lack of oxygen. This gas is toxic and can cause drivers to pass out if not properly ventilated. Funny enough, just one more oxygen particle would make carbon dioxide. I see. Okay, which is generally harmless to humans. Metaphorically, though, emotional trauma can make it hard to breathe and that is the case here. The narrator's shortness of breath is resulting from the dread that the coming or previous events are making them feel. As we're waiting for the morning to begin. Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just get into the next one. 11 out of 10 track. Next song is Taxi Cab.
I wanna fall inside your ghost and fill up every hole inside my mind. And I want everyone to know that I am half so divided. passenger person grabbed a map and the driver inside it contrived a new route to save the past. Checked his watch and grabbed a cab, a beautifully planned taxi cab, a cab. Had it cleared out back and two men started to unpack. Driving once again, but now this time there were three men. And then I heard one of them say, I know the night will turn to gray. I know the stars will start to fade when all the darkness fades away. We had to steal him from his face
so he could see another day.
Then I cracked open my box. Someone must have picked the lock. A little light revealed the spot where my fingernails had fought. Then I pushed it open more, pushing up against the door. Then I sat up off the floor and found the brother was searching for. Then they were three men up front. All I saw were backs of heads. And then I asked, am I alive and well, or am I dreaming dead? Then one turned around to say, we're driving toward the morning sun, where all your blood is washed away and all you did will be undone.
I said,
Don't be afraid. I said, don't be
ba-da-dum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum. God, yes, this one is absolutely amazing. 12 out of 10. God, I love this one. Taxi Cab remains an important song to both the band and the fans alike. Not only has Tyler revealed that the famous third verse is one of his greatest accomplishments, but this song was the only track off this album to be formed during the Bandito tour. Yes. Yes, that's right, that's right. While the interpretation for the song can vary from person to person, the band has some undeniable religious references which are backed up by Tyler's Christian upbringing and lifestyle. Tyler maintains a humble, submissive tone towards God, but seems to change who he sings to for the third verse. There, he tells a story with a handful of interesting metaphors which have inspired fans to develop numerous theories of their meaning. Yeah, I want to discuss the third verse. So the hearse ran out of gas. The theme of death and hearses in this light is a reference not to the choice of a sinful life, but to the fact that we are all born under this curse of an inherently sinful nature. No one is completely sinless, and even one sinful act destines someone for death. Right? This could also be reference to a suicide attempt that Tyler is saved from by God. He attempts suicide, but the hearse ran out of gas, meaning he didn't make it to death as he intended. This is where God swoops in and saves him from the hearse. God, oh man, I had to read these by... The passenger person grabbed a map. This map helps him pave a new path for him to follow. It's important to note that the map is consulted after the hearse ran out of gas. This tells us one thing for sure. A new route was needed for the soul after they were saved from the hearse and or the destination of the hearse. Many believe the map may be a metaphor for the Bible. Under this theory, the passenger person is a spiritual guide and an angel or God himself. They begin to read the Bible, creating a new path for this person's life direction. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. Fuck, that's a lot to read. And the driver and ride inside contrived a new route to save this path and checks his watch and grabbed a padded beautifully planned taxi cab. The driver is most likely God, given the religious allusions throughout the song and the reference to the Trinity just a few lines later. But now it's time there were three men. In this line, God is divinely planning a new route or new life direction in order to save Tyler from his past sins. This plan involves a taxi cab, this vehicle which will take Tyler away from his past. The cab itself is likely a metaphor for salvation or God's grace. It is called a beautifully planned taxi cab to emphasize God's perfect timing. The line can also be heard as plain instead of plan. In this case, it would be a reference to how God saves people in seemingly unexcited or simplistic ways. However, to the person who is saved, it is a life-changing experience. The old map versus the new route created by the taxi driver may reference the old covenant versus the new covenant. The old covenant comes with Mosaic law to Israel in the Old Testament. Therefore, the people's sins had to be paid for with repeated animal sacrifices. The new covenant came with Jesus, Son of God. Jesus is the Lamb of God who once and for all pays for our sins. A cab had cleared a baggage. 2 men started to unpack. The cab was cleared out back as Tyler was forgiven for his sins. The 2 men starting to unpack could be any two from the Holy Trinity: God, Jesus, and the Holy Ghost. This annotated person would speculate that he was thinking of the latter two in particular. Cleared out back could also represent a clean slate and how he has to cut all things that would hold him back from his life. By stating he started to unpack, it could mean that these 2 men had found themselves at home with Tyler, and he accepted them into his life. These 2 men could represent Jesus as he represents forgiven sins, and the Holy Spirit, which has always been with Tyler and aids him. The Holy Spirit could also be comfort to Tyler, like unpacking can make a place feel homely. Dude, I can't fucking do this. It's a beautiful verse. 12 out of 10. Next, the penultimate track is Before You Start Your Day. I can't do it. It's so much to read. Before you start your day. Oh, thank God. I'm going to read this, and then we'll continue. What is the last verse about? Tyler never fully discloses the meaning of the third verse, but he has said it is one of the most favorite verses he has ever written. The actual meaning varies by interpretation, but given Tyler's non-Christian background and the Christian undertones all over this album, the verse is likely about salvation. Tyler describes himself as having been in a hearse, but now the hearse is no longer able to take him to his inevitable death because it ran out of gas. This is likely alluding to how we are no longer uncontrollably damned because Jesus died for us on the cross. Now Tyler isn't in his coffin in the taxi cab heading towards death. Tyler can escape the coffin on his own, but God can pick the lock for him to save him from hell. This happens near the end of the song where Tyler asks 3 men referencing the Holy Trinity what is going on. And they say they are driving towards the sun where he is forgiven, or which is heaven. Okay, there we go. Oh my God.
In your face and start your day. You
Don't have much time to make your slits look just right.
I'm in your mind.
I'm singing.
I'm in your mind. I'm singing
La da, la da, la da da, la da, la da da.
Look in the mirror and ask yourself if you're alright. Put out the glitter that your soul hides behind. You're
In my mind, I'm singing.
You're
In my mind.
I'm singing
Okay, summary of this one. Before You Start Today is a melancholy, piano-driven track that uses the analogy of morning preparations in the aftermath of a rough night to discuss insecurities in the making of oneself. This imagery of facially masking internal struggles is shared by the previous track, Trapdoor. It also foreshadows the band's thorough motif of nightly struggles later seen in tracks like Otis Sleep, Semi-Automatic, and Pet Cheetah. And also, it's never been played live. Oh yeah, as well as be concerned. I think the person featured on it, Yosef, has performed at one live. Implicit Demand for Proof also, and Christmas Day of the Year joined the list of unplayed live performances. Apparently, though, the song Clear has been played live, but I wouldn't know for certainty. Yeah. I understand why this one has never been played live. And we come to the final track, out of Flightless Birds. Da, 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 da. La da da da, la da 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 la da da da, da 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 da. Now is the climax to the story that gives the
demons and they
Oh, I didn't know we were still here.
they fly around.
Wait, have you not heard this album?
We are walking and want our emotions just to please
I don't know what that is. I couldn't tell you. Sing. What did you draw, by the way? I want to see. Send it to me. I'm not talking about all of this. I'm just going to read the summary and rate it and then rate the album. It's so late.
all we are is an isle of flightless birds. We
Find that worth in giving birth and stuff. We're letting our homes against running runs when we think of going into big songs to sing, reminded of things that nobody cares about. And honestly, we're suicidal than ever now. If you decide to live by what you think is wrong and what's right, at least begin to wish you're repeating, hearing, and heading your cry. We wake up every morning and decide what we believe. We can take apart our very heart, and that life will set us free. Can you hear? I will fly with no fear. will fly with no hope, no fear. And the ground taunts my wings.
How frustrating and so degrading. It's time we're wasting, as time will fly by and the sky will cry as light is fading. And he is waiting, oh, so patiently while we repeat the same routine as people. Please comfortability, and please think about why you can't sleep in the evening. And please don't be afraid of what your soul is really thinking. Your soul knows good and evil, your soul knows both sides. And it's time you pick your battle, and I promise you this is mine.
I love that last line. Your soul knows good and evil. Your soul knows both sides. It's time you pick your battles, and I promise you this is mine. What a way to end this album, too. I honestly feel good that this album is over. Yeah, that was absolutely amazing, obviously. Um, 12.5 out of 10. Oh my god. Okay, this is Isle of Flightless Birds is about people, Christians or not, who waste their potential in life. Flightless birds is used as a metaphor to describe people who have beautiful wings but choose to not use them for their purpose. As the band concludes this album about personal struggles and inner demons, the song is meant to inspire the listener to action and to make them stop being apathetic about things that have eternal weight. Yes, oh my goodness. Oh my, I feel like, oh my god. That have eternal weight. I feel like we're so goddamn um apathetic about what's going on in the world in terms of Palestine. I feel like we are selfish Americans, okay? I do not like I hate the concept of countries. I feel like that completely divides us. I feel like politics are used to get in the way of human empathy. Like we politicize whether or not someone should be alive, basically is what I'm saying. Politics are a distraction entirely. God. Or at least they are often used that way. Okay. Yeah. This is mirrored by the song's wearisome tone, and at 5 minutes and 46 seconds, it's actually the second long. Not anymore. Paladin Street is officially the longest 20 Pilots song, but it was at the time. And also, I want to talk about the second and final verse. How frustrating and so degrading is time we're wasting. This line expresses how Tyler thinks he's worthless and not good enough, since he feels he can't do the simplest things that are expected of him in life, and also expresses how he feels about the amount of wasted human potential in the world. We are wasting God's time when we insist on being something other than what He created us to be. Instead of living out our true purpose, bearing the image of God, etc., and living for eternal things, we chase secular pleasures, which is degrading to humanity as a whole because it portrays um, us as a species that is shallow and incapable of achieving things greater than what the world has to offer us. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, is that like a wallpaper or something? That's cool. I don't want to play this. It might be this whole stream's gonna get copyrighted, but yeah, hell yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay, and as time will fly by and the Skywalker's light is fading. Possibly a statement that humanity is running out of time to fulfill their purpose. The human race will not live forever, and we might not have enough time to do what God intended if we keep wasting time wallowing in our minor inconveniences. And He's waiting also patiently while we repeat the same routine as we will please comfortability. God, dude, I don't want to read all this. This Isaiah 30:18 establishes as and therefore will the Lord await that he may be gracious unto you, and therefore will he be exalted, that he may have mercy upon you. For the Lord is the God of judgment, blessed are all they that wait from him. This line from Joseph is saying essentially that God is sitting in heaven, waiting to show us his love, but as consistently hinted at in the song, we are flightless birds. We as flightless birds sit and meander around aimlessly, while the world we could be sharing God's love with the world. And please don't be wait. And please think about why you can't sleep in the evening. Tyler Connolly refers to the night as a time when dark and depressing thoughts seep into his mind. These thoughts are a catalyst for sleeplessness, a common theme explored in songs such as "Ode to Sleep," "Truth Guns for Hands," and "Anathema." Oh my god, I love "Anathema." In this song, by pleading with the listener not to think about why we can't sleep in the evening, he urges his audience to explore these dark thoughts. He encourages listeners not to focus on their on their demons, but on beliefs in God. And please don't be afraid of what your soul is really thinking. Leading into the next verse, Tyler is urging the listener to not fear what the non-analytical mind or soul heart knows is to be true. Some examples are someone's unfulfilled dreams or passions that are shut down by societal parental programming, their moral compass differentiating right and wrong, abandoned aspirations from childhood, teenage years, past traumas they don't want to confront. Like Tyler said in the past, the meaning of his music has multiple interpretations, depending on who's listening and what they value. Your soul knows good and evil. Your soul knows both sides, and anytime you pick your battles, I promise you this is mine. Our soul knows what to do and what not to do, and you need to pick what you will fight for and against. He ends this album, which describes many struggles, by reminding his listeners to fight them, and by explaining that writing about them is his fight. Tyler states that his battle is trying to get people to live out God's purpose for their lives. The music he makes is a way of bringing people to purpose. He describes in Kitchen Sink how creation brings purpose. Are you searching for purpose and write something? Yeah, it might be worthless. And paint something, yeah, it might be wordless, pointless, gross nonsense versus you'll see purpose start to surface. No one else is dealing with your demons, meaning maybe defeating them could be the beginning of your meaning, friend. Okay, yeah, that's great. Yeah, it's time to go to bed. Great album, great debut album from the band. Um, I love that they released this one independently. I was gonna do something, but oh my god, I'm gonna go to bed. I'm gonna go to bed after this. I was gonna talk about I was gonna talk about I was gonna talk about how one of my songs was inspired by this one, but it's it's been 2.5 hours. Um, yeah, this band was locked in. I understand why the other two left. They need a Josh. This kind of cemented themselves as a band. I think this kind of opened the door to talk more about open mental struggles in the underground alternative. I don't know, maybe not, but I'm I think it added to it. 11 out of 10 album. Hell yeah. This I'll see you in the next. I'll see you guys next week when I review the new Devin Townsend album coming out. Actually, we can talk about a little bit. You know what? Why not? Yeah. Fuck no. No, it's fucking late, dude. It's late. It's late. It's late. I don't want to do this. But yeah, it's kind of. I wrote a concept album last year about finding my faith in the Lord again. And kind of it's kind of probably some of the most positive material I've ever put to paper or typed out or whatever. I would like to talk about it sometime, but maybe not on the stream because it's late. It's kind of like about finding my faith again across 7 tracks. Um, it's 7 tracks because it refers to the chakra pyramid, and I think that's pretty cool and strategic way to do that sort of thing. And it's kind of the third in a trilogy that I use the chakra pyramid as the album cover for that kind of thing. It's very cool, I think. I'll talk about it sometime. I'm going to bed. I love you guys. You guys have a good rest of your night, okay? You guys get some good rest, my lovely little darlings. Bye-bye.